is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women. That is good. That is good.
It's getting there. 2 spikes for the next meet. I don't know. Alright, I had a question from a fan called Martin. He wanted to know how to warm up his nervous system for a heavy lifting session. I'll go a little bit more general than his question. I'll cover the nervous system, but also general warm-ups for heavy lifting. So here we go. So first, let's say he's doing 3 RM at the squat. Let's say his 1 RM at the squat is 300 pounds. So first you need to do a general warm-up. So I bike for about 5-10 minutes. Get a really good blood flow, especially if you're doing lower body work, squatting, deadlifting, good mornings. Biking is perfect, especially for the heavy guys like me. Jogging is not really ideal. I do some incline at the treadmill sometimes, but biking is fine. Also, bring some hoodies, some sweatpants, because you do your warm-up, wear them, you'll sweat a lot. But the thing is, you take really long breaks between sets. If you're doing a 3 RM, you might take from 4 to 7 minutes between your sets to recover fully for your next set. When you're seeking an RM, you really want to have fully recovered. This is not bodybuilding. So do this, and we also do this when we do meets in powerlifting. We bring some warm-up clothes we put over our cichlids. And drink a lot. Stay hydrated. It doesn't matter if you sweat. The hoodie will absorb it all. And after that, do some dynamic stretching with the muscle you're going to use. For squatting, I do some leg swings. So in the sagittal plane and in the frontal plane, I swing my legs for about 30 seconds each leg. Really get the stretch to get the stretch reflex. You don't want to inhibit that by doing some static stretching. You want to warm it up. Also do kickbacks to warm up my quads, which we use a lot, of course, in squatting. Also, stretch statically your deep bottom squat position. So get at the bottom, grab the rack if you don't have the balance to do it, and stretch the position you have in the hole, we call when you're at the bottom of the squat. And also stretch your psoas, do like deep lunges and really push your chest up and stretch that. It helped most heavy lifters. I've tight psoas. I have one. I just came back to physio tonight from the physio. So that's it for the warm up before you hit the bar. Now you're in the squat rack. So we said you have a 1 RM of 300 pounds. Always start with an empty bar, and you can do a lot of set at the empty bar just to really feel your hand positioning and everything. I tend to make myself a sequence, like a song or whatever. You can write it down. Always do the thing in the same order, and if you add something, note it. Like you can, I always put my right hand, wrap the bar, then get my left hand, wrap the bar. Tight my upper back, get under the bar, find the groove to put my upper back, get it tight, refix it. It's an individual thing, but always treat the bar as if it was loaded with 110% of your max. So keep the sequence the same. Also, what you want to do is when you're doing below 30%, don't go fast. Because 30% is really light. So you want to do a few sets there, but that's just to warm up the muscle, like get some blood flow in the muscle. You add that a lot from the warm up, but you're doing something specific. If you go too fast with 30%, it's gonna hurt your joint, and especially let's say you're benching super fast with really light weight, it'll fuck up your olecranes right here and your elbows. You gotta have tendonitis over there. Yeah, your knees can be really hard on your knees if you go really fast on the lockout with light squats. Then you can get to 50-60%. To this point, you can squat as fast as you want to go with the 1 RM. There's been studies actually who prove that if you go maximal speed with 60%, it make the same recruitment. Your nervous system get the same recruitment as if it was a 100%. So you can train your nervous system, warm up your nervous system by doing really fast average weight squats. That's actually the foundation of the really famous powerlifting training method called the dynamic effort from Westside Barbell, who's been created by Louis Simmons. Then that depends of your goal, of your heavy session. Let's say you were going for a 3 RM, like we just said. You want to go as fast as to your previous 3 RM or slightly below, and then make small jump. Be conservative. You're not competing. It's not a meet, it's a training session. So let's say if you're doing a 3 RM, that's a conservative 3 RM. You want to do the 3 reps. The third one should be hard, not technically perfect, and then leave. As soon as you get the PR, you did, I don't know, previously 285 for triple, and then you do 290 for triple. Stop there. Leave the gym happy. I've done this before. You get enthusiastic because you broke your PR, and then you try something else, and then you fail, and then you forgot that you just got a PR, and it screwed your day. Leave happy. And also, if you fail a heavy set, it will fuck up your nervous system for a while, and you lack some energy. If you're doing another training session, a heavy deadlifting session in 3 days, you won't recover from that, and your deadlift will suffer. Last thing, you need to get yourself psyched up, and people have different ways of doing this. Some people get slapped in the face, some people scream, some people are just really focused, some people have different approach for different lifts. Me, I tend to be really focused, because if I scream and yell, I tend to fuck up my technique. But you need to try this. You need to try it. Try screaming. Try getting slapped in the face, slap on the back, throw some chalk in the air. I don't know. Slap you in the face. You need to try this the same way you need to try different approach on your form or on your technique. So I hope it helps. I made example for the squat, but you can apply this to all the other lifts. Just one last thing, I've talked about the psych. I'll leave you guys with a famous bodybuilder who everyone who's been lifting weights for at least a week in the gym knows. It's Ronnie Coleman, many time Mr. Olympia winner. Used to train a really hardcore gym in the western part of the United States called Metroflex Gym. He's been trained by Josh Bryant, who created a method called power building method, which is an hybrid between bodybuilding and powerlifting. He's actually using them. Let's say these big compound movements are made on strength parameters, and he's doing some assistance work with really high volume with isolation exercise. And I'll leave you a video of when he's squatting 800 pounds in a suit, because he started out as a powerlifter, which also many Arnold Schwarzenegger started. He did a meet when he was 19 years old in Austria, and also Bench Warren, another really famous bodybuilder. All these guys started out as powerlifters, so even if your goal is to gain mass, you can use powerlifting. You see that video, it's a good funny video about him getting psyched up before squatting. So enjoy, guys. Stay strong, eat a lot, and lift.
Yeah!